What's up, everybody? It's your boy Bistro, and
It's your boy Nades. What's up, everybody?
we're coming with a breakdown, predictions, and what we think Fantastic Four is going to be showing. We're actually going to be going to the movies today on Thursday to go check out the movie. But before we go, we wanted to bring some predictions for you guys, and we're going to talk about what the future of MCU is kind of looking like with this new Fantastic Four movie. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, brother, let's just start off. What's your expectation?
So, in general, I think that this movie is not going to flop 100%.
Yeah, you have a lot of
It,
naysayers. You have a lot of people saying it's gonna flop, but you had a lot of people saying Superman was gonna flop. So
like, because
people like
they
to
used
hate.
absolutely, like, I feel like they use the word flop loosely
Yeah,
because in terms of they think when you hear
money
the word flop,
wise.
that means, yeah, it's money, that the movie's
Yeah,
not going to make money. This
yeah.
movie is going to make a lot of money.
So
Okay.
supposedly it's crazy because you had Thunderbolts that flopped, but it was one of MCU's probably better movies that they've let out in like the last few years, to be honest with you. And
Absolutely.
people
And
like really think it flopped.
but did it flop at the box office? I don't think it did.
I don't know. I think it did. That's the flop of it because the movie was actually good, but like we were just saying, what flop to a lot of people means is if it's not bringing in Avengers type money, then it's a flop. Well, I mean, what's the last big MCU movie we saw? Probably Spider Man, right? Probably had to be
Yeah.
the biggest MCU movie like in the last 5 years,
The
maybe.
No Way Home, right?
Yeah, No
Was
Way Home.
the three.
Yeah,
Because
but I
everything.
personally, I personally don't think this movie's gonna flop. I personally think that this movie has a lot of potential. One of the good things is that we're not seeing another origin story. It's going to be taking place from somewhere, so they're pretty much established. We don't have to see the whole entire them going to space, getting all their powers. I'm pretty sure they're going to touch on it, but very
Yeah.
briefly, so then they can continue on the movie. That's kind of one of the things that I like that Superman did. I don't want to get into that because it's MCU, but Superman kind of like they gave you the story in the beginning. This is what happened 3 years ago. This is what happened, whatever, and this is what's happening right now. They broke it down without having to show a whole entire
Yeah,
movie based
it
on
took
it.
them like 30 seconds to do
Yeah,
that.
and you were already caught up, which was the good part. That you were already caught up. You knew what was going on, and like the movie to me, Superman, I'm gonna say it was action from the beginning all the way to the end. Like there was no
Mhm.
need for story to be really told up before. They could just follow a story, you could understand it, and that was good. Which I feel like that's what Fantastic Four is gonna be doing. It's gonna be it's gonna be setting that story already. I'm telling you, they're probably gonna do it in the beginning. They're gonna just tell you a little bit about what happened before, and they're just gonna flow right into it because one of the big things that's happening definitely is gonna be Mission Fantastic and Invisible Woman Sue. They have a baby, so that's
Yeah.
how you know that they're pretty deep into the future. Um, but it's exciting. So let's get into it. Tell me what you think, bro.
So, but going further into it being more of a already established universe, we see in the trailers, right?
Mhm.
Besides Sue already having the baby, announcing that she's pregnant, and at the end of the last trailer, we see Reed and Sue with Franklin Richards in the bed. So clearly, that's a 9 month span right there.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Hmm.
depending on when they announce that they have a baby. So depending on the start, then we also see one of the biggest tells is the thing with a beard.
Yeah.
Obviously, a rock slide is not going to happen on his face overnight. So where he's going to get a beard. So I think it has to span over the course of a year. Maybe we're going to see that they already know that Galactus is a threat,
Yeah.
right? He's on his way to Earth some way, somehow. Maybe in the beginning, we're already going to be introduced to the Surfer. We're going to see the Surfer. They're going to go after him. The like some way, somehow
Well,
read
it
and
it could be. I'm sorry to interrupt you, right? I just have a speculation on something. It could be that since Franklin, right, he can see he can go into the future to the past. He like literally is interdimensional when it comes to
yeah.
time. It could be that, like you were saying, they probably do know of Galactus because of that. Because remember, who knows if while he was in Sue, she was getting some of those abilities.
Yeah.
You understand? And they probably saw it through Sue. Oh, this is gonna happen. It's probably
Uh-huh.
because of Franklin. So that'll be a cool way to kind of like
Yeah,
to go
spark the
about
whole
that.
multiversal thing, because then
Mm-hmm.
that could also spark Reed's interest in the multiverse, as we see him drawing on the board in the beginning of one of the trailers. He's drawing on the board, and you see to his left a multiversal bridge that he's trying to create.
Yeah.
So obviously, maybe they see this is like a race against time kind of movie
Yeah.
where they know what's going to happen, and Reed is hurrying to try to beat the deadline and trying to escape that universe. So, and then even though Franklin Richards is, multiversal kind of being and he's all powerful, maybe through those powers he shoots them like through different times. It's like they keep repeating it over and over again until they actually escape and try to succeed. Kind of like what they did in like the Flash.
Kind of
You know
like,
what I mean?
but
How the Flash kept going back and forth trying to fix it.
yeah.
Kind of
Well,
like that.
kind of like what Doctor Strange does, where he could see every outcome of everything that's happening, and you can't expect Franklin to have powers like Doctor Strange just yet because he's a baby. Those powers have to develop, but that could definitely be something that we're going to see in the movie. I mean, that's what I think we might see. But we actually, thanks to my boy over here, we have a little presentation of what we think is going to be happening and catch you up on what is happening that we know for sure. But yeah, let's get right into it. Honestly, this is Fantastic Four predictions and MCU future. So one of the big things, right, is going to be it's definitely set in a '60s timeline. You can see it by the vehicles, by the way people are dressing, by the aesthetics of the whole trailers that it's set in the '60s. We're not one of the things that is definitely going to happen. It's set in the '60s, but then because of interdimensional travel, time travel, they have all this. What I think is going to be happening is they're going to be meeting up with the current Avengers now, which is probably going to be the Thunderbolts, and we have Doctor Strange, and we still Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be seeing. Yeah, definitely. You definitely have the Jetsons tech for sure. You can see it in the vehicles.
Especially because the car is a flying car.
Yeah.
So it's like a futuristic '60s.
Yeah, it's a futuristic
100%.
60s. But you got to think it's not because of anything besides it just being a multiverse universe where '60s could have been this advanced in this universe. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the full year story arc, like we were talking about before. Sue's pregnant, Franklin's born, and then in the trailer you have Mo-Man, right? Which
Mo-Man and Giganto, yeah.
Yeah, which if you can see on the slide is this man right here.
That's Giganto, and then to the right is Mo-Man.
And then Mo-Man's right here. Did they actually show Mo-Man in the trailer? Because I actually didn't see him.
Not really, but like the way it works is like Mo-Man is kind of like he's like he's like riding Giganto because he's like a person. Okay. I saw a rumor where the actor that's casted as Mo-Man is apparently the dude from Cobra Kai, the guy that was bullied and then he became a teacher. Oh, the real chunky dude. No one talking about, and then he teaches them.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that creature?
The security guard guy.
No, but what the fuck is a creature that rest in peace killed Steve Irwin?
Oh, the crocodile.
Not a crocodile, brother. The one that the one that stabbed him. Oh my god, what is that?
Oh, X-ray. Well, yeah. No, not X-ray. Stingray.
Stingray. That was
there. You go.
Stingray. Yeah.
Stingray. Yeah. Apparently, it's supposed to be him.
Okay.
I saw rumors about it. It might not be him, but apparently him. This could easily be like a quick, like couple scenes in the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. It's
like definitely going to be incredible stuff. Real
like
quick.
You said, it's the warm up villains. It's to display what the Fantastic Four can do, their power set, their abilities. That's what we're going to get in the beginning. Because remember that, like, the point of this movie is to get to the main story, to the meat and potatoes. But they're obviously going to want to show you what these characters do for newcomers. They want to get you interested. They want you to go back and watch, the older movies if you want to watch origin movies. Because the last two movies were origin movies, really. Well, 100%. How many movies was there? There was technically 3 in total.
There was like a real old one.
Yeah.
Right, which I think was like the 90s, and then there was 2.
Yeah, but we're not counting the 90s. We're going to count the 2000s one, which had the Jessica Alba. So that one had 2, and then the newer one, the
Michael B. Jordan one,
Michael B. Jordan had 1.
Yeah.
So you can watch those if you want to watch just like for the 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 origin story of it, or if you want to read the comics, you can do that too. But I'm happy that we're not going to be going to another origin story of Fantastic
Yeah.
Four, because I feel like that hindered it from showing all its villains and everything else. You know what I mean? So I think that this is the route
It's
to
like
go.
you take like 30 minutes of runtime to show that.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
and
So
you ruin the story. And then one of the biggest takeaways that give that is the fact that in the trailer, you see the Thing interacting with these children, and they're all wearing Fantastic Four costumes, and they're
they already
cheering him
have
on.
Fantastic
And
Four
right, and
things. Yeah.
then the one of the guys is like, "Oh, say the line, say the thing. It's clobbering time." Like,
Mhm.
so these guys have been doing this for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, they have a fan base. They have a fan base already. So
100%.
to have a fan base, you got to be doing it for quite some time. Galactus was teased very early on, for sure. But what I think is they teased him early on because he's not gonna be the real end villain. I think, to be honest, the real end villain is, like always, Doctor Doom. But Doctor Doom is different now in the MCU. Doctor Doom is not going to be what we always seen, what we always thought to see. Doctor Doom, from what we've seen everywhere, I mean, we've all seen it, it's going to be RDJ. That's going to be
Yeah,
our Doctor Doom. So this is probably one of the bigger villains. This is like Thanos
yeah.
level villain. This is Kang level villain. So,
And
and
then it's like, yeah, like he already exists too in this point. If this Fantastic Four is already
mhm,
established, Doctor Doom is already about.
yeah.
So either they have him
Oh yeah, for
captured.
sure. And now, if you
y-
don't know, if you're watching this and you're just trying to get some like knowledge, Doctor Doom was up there, right, with them
he went into the space with them. Yeah,
When the Fantastic Four got their abilities, he was up there with them. So he, at that same time, got his abilities. Um, but the dude was a genius since the get. Doctor Doom probably has to be one of the smartest villains, right?
up there. Yeah, one of
Yeah,
the smartest villains.
yeah. And then you always get the Silver Surfer in these movies, but this Silver Surfer is obviously different. Now there is two Silver Surfers. For people that are getting upset, talking about everything needs to change, why don't they make their own like characters and everything? There's two Silver Surfers. There's a guy and then there's a girl. So we're just getting the other Silver Surfer, not the one
The
we have
alternate
seen,
version.
the
Yeah,
alternate Silver Surfer. It's not even alternate, really. They live within the same
yeah.
universe. Um, but yeah, that's what we're getting in this movie. So that's pretty cool to see. The design was honestly pretty dope. Now, people are also saying that the design from her now is actually shittier than the one in the past,
Yeah.
which I kind of see it. Like the one in the past, for it being early 2000s, was pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good. Um, so talk to me. What do you think about Doctor Doom? What do you think we're gonna see?
So if Doctor Doom, right, is not in this movie at all, right? Say like he's not, he's definitely gonna be in a post-credit scene.
Yeah,
We're definitely gonna get maybe an early Avengers like Thanos reveal where you just turn his head kind of thing, like a little tease of him. Um, and he might be in Latveria. He might be there, or he might be a stowaway on the Fantastic Four ship.
yeah,
Because either he is involved in this movie in the sense as a villain, or he helps them defeat the Galactus,
as a manipulation.
or yeah, or he is just locked away.
Yeah,
There's three different ways he can be in this, or
he's
he just
definitely gonna be mentioned. You cannot go Fantastic Four without mentioning Doctor Doom.
they might even start it talk how like a quick Victor Von Doom capture kind of thing,
Hmm.
talking about it. They might start it. Maybe the opening credits is like newspapers of articles of what they did over the past year.
Yeah,
That's a quick little way to do an origin story, kind of like how they did Batman v Superman.
yeah.
They did it in the credits. They introduced the origins of Batman just like this.
Hmm.
They might do the same thing.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best ways to do an origin. Um, right here we talk about it. So the fall of Galactus. So Galactus may be destroyed, but Doctor Doom definitely survives. He's definitely. So if you guys didn't watch Thunderbolt, um, they showed the ship coming, and it was a
Hmm.
Fantastic Four ship, 100%. So you could see that they're going to be coming into the future prep, not the future, but the present MCU that
Yeah.
we're seeing now. Um, and another thing that people are speculating is going to be the Council of Reeds, which people were speculating on Doctor Strange, right? The
Doctor Strange, yeah.
Yeah,
When we see Reed come into the Illuminati.
yeah. So we were definitely expecting that, but hopefully we'll see it. Hopefully we'll get to see more. Because I mean, Krasinski was honestly, I love that choice. It just fit so
That's
perfectly.
100% a fan cast.
Yeah, it was a
Fan
fan
cast.
cast, and it was just sad to see him get spaghetti like he did, because that
And
was
yeah,
like
and he didn't really do much either.
he didn't, which was crazy. But it's sad that they put him to waste. So hopefully we get a redemption. We might see him maybe in Secret Wars. We might see that
Yeah.
happening, or like you said before, that there was the what was that thing that Doom had? The multiversal battle.
Yeah, the Battle World.
Yeah, the battle world where it's like all multiversal like beings, kind of like if you've seen Dragon Ball, how they had different like universes. You'll see something like that,
Yeah,
which would
they
be
come
kind of
and
cool.
fight, and then to separate the multiverses kind of thing. But we also, because of that movie, Multiverse of Madness, we got to see Reed use teleportation kind of tech.
Hmm.
So it does exist.
Hmm.
Like he does create that multiversal travel because he's the only one that was not there. The rest of them were there.
Yeah,
Remember, they all
yeah, and he came
slowly
about.
rolled up, and he came. He just appeared,
Hmm.
and then he just like he appeared, and he would have disappeared. So it's like
Yeah,
that. Some way, somehow, he builds that multiversal bridge in that universe.
yeah.
But what version, right? If we go the Council of Reeds, what version of which Reed would be the one that's evil too? Because there is one that is evil.
Hmm.
That is the one that wears like the helmet and stuff.
Yeah, the one that if you haven't seen him, he's the if you play Marvel Rivals, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen the skin for him. That's that very futuristic tech. What's it called? It has a name. I forgot the name of it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't really remember it either. Well, let me see. I could probably look it up real quick.
Um,
Uh,
what else? But Victor Von Doom meets Kang. Um, does that happen? Do you think we're gonna see that happen at all, or is Kang just
I think
completely out
so
of the picture?
because I think so because we get to see at the end of the Quantumania, we see the Council of Kangs appear. Remember
Yeah,
the all the different multiverses of Kangs?
yeah.
And it's a thing that Doom meets Kang meets Reed Richards.
Hmm.
So and they have like a little multiversal kind of battle too as well.
Okay.
And the Reed Richards, the bad one is called the Maker.
The Maker. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And people are like a lot of the fans want the if they choose between the four live action Mr. Fantastic, they want the last one to be the Maker. The one with Michael B. Jordan or either the Jessica Alba one.
I could see that one being the Maker more than the other one. Um, what else? What else we got here?
Or Doom can
Who is
even
the
seek out
Beyonder?
the Beyonder.
Who is the
So
Beyonder?
so the Beyonder, right? He first appeared in Secret Wars #1 in 1984. Right, his origin comes from a reality beyond the multiverse called the Beyond Realm. He was essentially a sentient embodiment of that entire dimension, a being so powerful he dwarfed nearly every cosmic entity, including Eternity, the Living Tribunal, and Galactus. So basically, if you want to look at him and compare, he would be the Marvel versions of Zeno, the all-powerful god
Yeah,
kind of thing. And
and this
Doctor
is and this
Doom,
is who? So we will know.
this is the Beyonder. Basically, like he is the one that creates cosmic planets and creates the multiverse.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what he is. And he is a villain. He is not a hero.
Okay.
Right? And basically, Doctor Doom in the Secret Wars comics
Mhm.
seeks out his power, and when he gets it, he becomes an all-powerful god. And that's one of the reasons why he's so powerful in the Secret Wars arc.
Okay.
And he really pretty much takes over the multiverse,
And
Doctor
now,
Doom.
isn't Franklin do the same thing?
In what sense?
Like he also has cosmic abilities.
Franklin, yeah. So it's kind of like rumored to be like Franklin might be this universe's Molecule Man,
Mhm.
which is another cosmic powerful superhero.
Mhm.
But that's kind of like a rumor. But I
Okay.
don't think they're gonna go that route at
Mhm.
all. I think they're just gonna keep him Franklin Richards because in the comics he does fight Molecule Man, which is a villain, and he does fight the Beyonder. So they're separate characters.
Okay.
So if they really want to make this movie the reboot for the MCU, they should just follow what the characters are meant to be. So the Beyonder could be what we see at the end of the end credits too. We could see Doctor Doom going after the Beyonder,
Mhm.
right? Or even hinting at there's this Beyonder cosmic power that I need, because he develops the multiversal power, and this guy is the way he's going to be able to take over the
and
multiverse and be
and
on
do
a
the battle
Thanos
work.
type of level. Yeah, and be on a Thanos type of level.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, right, his role in Secret Worlds, right, was Beyonder kidnaps heroes and villains, throws them onto a planet called Battle World, and forces them to fight and observe good versus evil. So this is basically the tournament, kind of a tournament of power kind of thing. But
Yeah.
it's a world where everybody fights.
Mhm.
And he does this for fun.
Yeah.
The think of you would one way to like an MCU version of him could kind of relate him to would be the dude in Ragnarok who Jeff Goldblum played, the
Oh
guy
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
watching down,
yeah,
kind of like that, but on a multiversal scale. So this
yeah,
is bigger than it needs to be,
yeah.
right? And then because I feel like if they do the battle world thing, it would be their way to have all these universes come together, fight to the death, right?
Mhm.
And then reset everything, and then we're stuck with 1616 universe we're supposed to be. So
Yeah.
it's like a massive reset. We see all these different what they're supposed to be and eliminate all the good and all the bad, that all the mistakes that they made over throughout the years. And that could be a cool way for a nice reset into something new. So and that was the 1984 version. In Secret Wars 2, he travels to Earth to understand humanity, even creates his own body and explores emotions, but the things spiral fast.
So he didn't have a
So
body. So he was so celestial that he was kind of like just like a Galactus in a sense.
yeah, he was like a celestial being.
Okay.
But the thing is with Galactus, like Galactus also can transform himself to any
Into a
shape, any
body.
form.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why
so
he
he
has a
does
physical body. But then he can be
exactly.
like how you saw him before, how he was just like clouds and shit.
Yeah,
Like
and
a like a yeah.
yeah, pretty much. But the cloud kind of thing is kind of like a cheap way of doing it with how they did it in Fantastic Four. But unless they want to make it that's how he travels through space.
Yeah. But didn't we
So
see didn't they show kind of Galactus in a Doctor Strange movie? Am I bugging here? I think they did, right?
no, that was Dormammu.
Dormammu, yes, yes, yes.
Dormammu,
That was
which is
Dormammu.
a Doctor Strange villain.
Yes.
The Beyonder is rumored for Avengers Secret Wars in 2027. And some series suggest that Kang will become the Beyonder or be a variant of him. So, which is a cool way to get
That
rid
is
of
cool.
Kang,
Okay.
right? Because they're not going to use Kang anymore
Yeah.
because of what's going on with the actor, which his name is eluding me, but which kind of sucks because they really hyped up Kang, and Kang was in a way
John
the
Mayers, right? John Mayers?
no, it's Jonathan Majors. Yeah.
Majors. Okay.
So they made him the all powerful one, the guy at the end of the whole timeline, right?
Yeah.
So
It's sad
it
how they
kind of
scrapped that. Yeah, it's sad how
they
they
scrapped
scrapped
that,
that.
right?
They
He
scrapped.
was gonna be like the next Thanos of a villain, kind of.
Actually, better than Thanos because he had a whole build-up.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Avengers Kang Dynasty, so he was
Yeah.
supposed to go. We were probably supposed to get the Avengers versus all of those multiversal Kangs,
Yeah.
but that's not gonna happen now because they scrapped it for Doctor Doom. But maybe, right? We see Doctor Doom get this power and go in there and wipe out the Kangs.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
And then now he is now the ruler of the timeline
Yeah.
of the TVA and all of that. He is now the owner of the cosmic universe.
Hmm.
And then or we can get like Beyonder being the architect of the battle world too, which is kind of cool. So as we know, Galactus is 100% gonna destroy this universe because of how he's coming, and how it's hinted and portrayed in the trailers. So Galactus is this all-powerful being. He was introduced in Secret Wars 2015 with due to multiple universes are destroyed by incursions with survivors escaping on life rafts. So the survivors barely make it out. So we have Reed, Doom, and others become key players in rebuilding this multiverse when Galactus comes and destroys the Earth of that universe.
Yeah.
So in the trailer might be setting up the fact that their universe dies, they survive, and maybe they crash land in the 616 universe,
Hmm.
which is the main MCU timeline.
So does that
Right.
mean that we're thinking that Doom is coming after them, or he's already there? They're chasing him, or they're running from him?
I think that in the movie, Doom will either be helping them or he'll, because of the fact that this will be a global scale phenomena,
Hmm.
Doom will be hiding on the plane and escape as a refugee with them, but they won't know.
Okay.
Because Doom should be like an opportunist at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And what is the smartest man gonna do? He's gonna find his way to.
Yeah, he's gonna manipulate his way through
He's
everything.
gonna manipulate his way through it anyway, as any
Yeah,
powerful bad guy does. They know
yeah,
what they want,
manipulate. Yeah, it's all manipulation when it comes to getting power.
right?
How you move and how you do things to get to that power. Really, any
Right,
villain kind of stops to no end to get there.
right. And then this will create the dynamic that the Fantastic Four is multiversal refugees
Yeah,
in the 616 universe. So everything's gonna be brand new, and they might proceed with caution, as we see the Thunderbolts do in the end of their movie
yeah,
scene.
and it's also not like the Avengers haven't seen the Fantastic Four before, technically, because in Doctor Strange, he already saw that there was a Reed Richard.
Yeah,
So
that somehow they exist. Yeah,
yeah, so there is that establishment of like, okay, Fantastic Four is a being out there, like is a squad out there that's good, trying to help, but that's
yeah.
about the extent that they know. Because I don't think there is an actual 616 Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah, there hasn't been established. There's no Baxter building, so maybe this is all something that'll come later on in their universe. But
Mhm.
because of the whole multiversal epidemic, everything is gonna get just conjoined together.
Yeah, they're grabbing
So
everything from every bit of
yeah,
like,
grabbing everything and then there's just gonna all combine into one and exist. That's how we're gonna probably get the X-Men to coexist too.
yeah. So do
But
you think that there's not going to be any more multiverse at some point? It's just going to be one verse?
I think what they're trying to do is get everything to be one straight timeline, combine universes. So basically think of it as like the X-Men or Brooklyn and the Avengers or Queens. So they're trying to get them to coexist in the same world at the
Yeah,
same
but that's
time.
hard to do because I feel like the comics have always been multiverse related, no matter how you put it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's always been different like alternate universes to these superheroes.
yeah, but which is crazy because even if, right, in reality, if you make one straight timeline, there should always be an alternate version of that timeline, regardless. No matter how much pruning they do, there should
Yeah,
always be another strand that pops up eventually.
yeah, that's true. No matter how much they clean it, it's never
And
endless. They're
there's
just
always
gonna
going to
pop
be
up.
it's going to be a never-ending strand. So maybe there'll always be leaks here and there into the actual main
Yeah. Or
616 timeline.
maybe it'll all start to build from the 616 initially. Like that'll
Yeah,
be the mother verse. Let's just call it. Let's say it's the mother verse. Then from there, it starts giving birth to a whole bunch of strings, a whole bunch of
yeah.
universes from there.
'Cause I feel like this is just Marvel's way of pruning their own mistakes at the end of the day and
It's
just
a it's a
making.
nice it's a nice getaway pass. It's a nice get out of jail free card that you can retcon shit whenever you want.
Yeah, because they're doing like a soft reboot within their own story
Yeah.
without starting all over again.
Hmm.
Just delete, 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 like on
Yeah.
some Death Note. Delete, delete, delete,
And they
delete.
can use little portions that they like.
100%. So
Hmm.
basically, though, even though Galactus is coming, this I don't think this is gonna happen right away.
Hmm.
I think this is something that's gonna happen somewhere in the beginning. Maybe we introduced to Galactus some way, somehow through the Silver Surfer, and then it does span over the course of a year because of what we see, the little clues that we got with the thing, with the beard,
Hmm.
and the fact that the baby is born because we were already shown that she's pregnant.
Yeah, and that baby looks pretty aged. It's not like a newborn. It's definitely like an
Exactly,
older
and
baby, a
then
few months old already.
the fans of the Fantastic Four already, and they already mentioned the TV show
Hmm.
because of the it's clobbering that the guy wanted him to say. So
Yeah,
they do hint at either a year or a few years in Fantastic Four. This is not a brand new team
yeah,
that we're
definitely.
gonna
They're
see.
established.
They're
You're looking at an
established
established team.
and grounded in the universe that they're in is already accepted them
Hmm.
as what they are. So they hold some kind of status in their society, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to not have to go and see the same shit over again.
Yeah, and it's not going to be like a rushed thing.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
rushed because we're going to get an origin story. No, it's just going to dive right in. They'll probably touch on it a little bit here and there through callbacks, through maybe little flashbacks,
Hmm.
but keep the pace that they're going throughout the movie. Which is why I think the way that the character designs look and how they're trying to portray the story, I think that the movie is going to be a success. And I think that the movie is going to most likely be at least a 7.5.
At least a 7.5.
At least a 7.5. I think it's going to be better because I don't think that Pedro Pascal is going to be a bad Mr. Fantastic. I don't think that the story that they're going with is going to be bad. It might be a little bit jumbled, maybe a little cluttered
Yeah.
because of what they're trying to do. But I think the story is going to flesh itself out eventually somehow, and it'll be a strong story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I am giving this movie. I'm thinking it's gonna be like at least like an 8 or 9. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that they do the story right. We get a Fantastic Four that's like they're already established. We get to see a lot more of their power usage, a lot more of what they could really do. Some different techniques from just the original stuff, because maybe throughout time, obviously, they learn different techniques with their abilities and how to use them and how to do some cool shit. That's what I'm hoping for, honestly. So that's my expectation. That's what I think it's going to be. I'm thinking like an 8 or 9, hopefully.
Yep.
And yeah, after we're done watching the movie, we'll put up a review and we'll show you. We'll let you guys know if we were right on anything, if we were wrong on anything, what we thought of the movie. We'll give it an actual rating from after we saw it, and we'll probably do some breakdowns of like actual Easter eggs that are actually
In the
in the
movie and
movie
everything.
itself. In the movie itself. But yeah,
And then touch on, now that we know what the movie is, where we think the actual MCU is going. And I hope, on top of everything, that the Marvel has learned its lesson and has actual direction now and it's not lost anymore.
yeah,
They should really fix that problem that they have. And this is their opportunity to start over. So
yeah. And we're looking at the face also of the new Avengers right here, which is Mr. Fantastic. So
100%
let's hope that
Mr. Fantastic.
let's hope that they give him justice, and let's see if he can grab that mantle from Tony Stark, because that's he left the
Technically
mark.
Tony and Cap, technically.
Yeah, and
But
Cap. But I mean, let's be honest, Tony.
it was technically Tony, yeah.
It is technically Tony. I mean, Cap was, he's a nice touch, but has a big fan base. But definitely Tony. Tony led that shit.
Tony, you could think of Tony as like the heart, even though he's
Yeah,
like director to the heart of the Avengers.
yeah,
And Cap was like the oversee kind of like direction. But
yeah.
like
Like the
at its core is Tony.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
But
So
yeah, you guys let us know, down below, what do you guys think? What are your guys' predictions? Do you agree with us, or do you think we're crazy and we're far-fetched?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you guys see coming from the MCU themselves?
Yeah, and what is a rating? Give us a rating down below. What you guys think is going to be? You think it's going to be a flop, or you think it's going to break the box office? Let us know down below. And like always, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys are sharing, liking, commenting. We appreciate all the love, like always, and support. And we couldn't do it without you guys. So, like always, stay on one,
stay
blessed.
and stay blessed.